Oh, the juicy drama doth unfold. Scarlett won a game with the power of Protoss against DongRaeGu.
I'd say that's the biggest upset ever.
In the history of StarCraft, #1 upset, cannot be debated at all. When Scarlett pulled a Scarlett, switched races, won, and now we're tied up. Now, there was a little bit of excitement in the break because in the MLG rules, it states that the loser may switch a race between series. The loser. However, it was clarified that all players can do it. It just explicitly states them in different places of the rules. So I almost like threw up on stage. Because
yeah.
It's like, Scarlett, you're forced to play Overgrowth. And Scarlett's like, Seed, come here and tell me about that cannon rush you did. Looks like the players are ready. It's on Overgrowth. Players are now both playing Zerg. And it is match point at MLG Anaheim 2014. Championship Sunday, Cats. I'm in a good mood.
I'm in a good mood too, man. Jumping right into Overgrowth now. Oh, this is a very Orochi map. We're gonna see no Stalkers, no Zealots from the Queen of Blades this time around. And from Team MVP, one of my mentors and dear friends, on the top right-hand side location of the map, which the observer needs to look at. It is MVP DongRaeGu.
And down in the bottom left-hand corner, we normally call her the Queen of Blades, but Cats has provided her the new nickname. She's also the Queen of Psyblades. It is Acer Scarlett.
She has to be feeling good after that game.
Yep.
Scarlett. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, Stalkers are one of the best units in a Zerg versus Zerg. We'll see if they can thwart DRG's Roaches again. This is the map where we see Scarlett do the most Broodlord rushes. Tell me a little bit about that strat unfolding.
Basically, Stormhosts are not nearly as viable as they used to be, and that was the turtle unit of choice. What Scarlett has been doing is going Muta into Broodlord, and with Muta and Lynx, you keep the map control, you threaten counterattacks, and then go for the defensive setup with the Broodlords with Spines, and that's incredibly hard to break. It's definitely the most cost-efficient unit, or the most cost-efficient army that a Zerg can build, so if she gets there.
Now that Fungals don't stop Broodlords from moving, I mean, Broodlords, they'll get Fungal, they'll be able to be microed back, there's the high grounds, and it really is an extremely tough timing to hit.
Yeah,
because really I mean, you got to see DRG going for Hydras and going for Infestors and building those slow, patient armies. And right when you have enough units to strike, that's when Scarlett needs to have the Broodlord. So
yeah,
the goal is clear.
It's a very delicate balance. I mean, to go Muta in the first place, you know, you have to make sure that your Muta pop out and there's no army on your side of the map or enough Spines to throw that back. And once you have that map control, that's when you start the transition. But even then, what Muta do for Scarlett in this position is you really have trouble as a Zerg player moving out against Muta before you have a balanced composition of Infestors, Hydras, and Roaches. You move out with just Hydras, then you could get rolled by Baneling Muta. You move out with just Infestors, well, Infested turns are not that great, and they can get picked off pretty easily by Muta, which are well spread. So. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I haven't actually seen Scarlett lose with this strategy yet.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how you highlight what the key weaknesses for Scarlett are, and more importantly, the weaknesses of the attacks on Scarlett's style, because DongRaeGu's gonna have to find the right weaknesses and not make big missteps. And every time I've seen Scarlett do this style, I see some player try an all-in-ish move and just get wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, her timing is so early. You don't expect it. By the time you're ready to attack her, the Broodlords are finished morphing, and that's it. So DRG has to look for that timing window right before that time.
We've been talking a little bit about Scarlett at the start. We also want to talk about DongRaeGu's style, which is very much so the go Roach or go home. He's going to favor all his gas into getting the Roach upgrades, into getting the Roaches, into not teching, not transitioning, getting 4 base faster and doing this sort of counterattack harass. Do you think this style works well on Overgrowth? It's
one of the best maps for it, actually. So these players are pretty much both playing on home turf for the third map. They have to be both extremely comfortable on this map. Roaches are fantastic on this map, and that's usually all we see. But having Scarlett playing here, I think we may see something else, and this game is as interesting as it gets.
Great scout timing by DRG. Sends the Lings up right when the Queen actually needs to be at home doing the inject, so no way to pull it off to do some spotting. DongRaeGu, ooh, doing a flood of Lings and doing it without a Baneling nest.
Yeah, Scarlett has a spine on the way, but it won't be up by the time the Lings hit. It's all about Scarlett. Did she leave a couple Lings behind to be morphed into Banelings? That's what it's going to come down to.
Well, Scarlett seems to already have an answer prepared, building a big line of structures. Ooh, accidentally putting a spore at the front. Do you think that's intentional? That's to glitch the AI?
No, absolutely not. She needed the extra building, and that's the cheapest building she can find to block that little area.
Oh, that's right, and it builds faster, so the hit points heal up quicker. Scarlett is going to have ample time to get up the defenses she needs. There's the Banelings looking for the weakest link. There might even be a cancel. Oh,
yeah. Oh, excellent cancels. That's such a big deal, Sean. Like, that's so much money invested in that otherwise, and identifying that there's no reinforcements in the heat of the battle is so hard. So great job by Scarlett, and now she has map control. She didn't invest that much in this defense.
At this point in time, DongRaeGu is going to be forced to pull back, going to be forced to do some next step, and the step he has chosen is the layer. But we see Acer Scarlett doing the style that has become dominant at this tournament, getting the ground carapace first, favoring being the Zergling guy.
Yeah, and that's going to help her a lot to deny the third up until DRG gets roaches. Now Scarlett sees the intention that DRG has of getting roaches, so it's not the best strategy in the world in this particular case.
And I mean, if we want to see Scarlett pull back to her normal style, what's her path?
I mean, she's probably just going to go mute anyway. There's the lair, so that's a path right there if I've ever seen one.
Well, Roach Warren down for both players. Occasionally you'll see Scarlett throw down a Roach Warren just for the defense, but most often it is because she is intending on doing that transition, that pull into Roaches. One thing that is nice about having this early carapace, as we've talked about before, your Zerglings can withstand Baneling shots, so DRG's really going to have to be super Roach focused.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's going to have to wait for those Roaches before taking a third, while Scarlett will have a third already up and running by the time he starts his. So that's pretty nice for her, and that's the strategy that she's chosen up until this point.
And I think that, the extra larva from that third hatch are just as important as the extra economy at this point.
Yeah. With this advantage, it seems like Scarlett might go into Roach, Sean. It's certainly a possibility. I mean, she does have already an economic advantage. If she can drone up her third and stay alive, I think that's her main priority right now. There's no Spire on the way, so I think that this is the right call.
Well, DRG has this Overlord in the back that's going to get picked. Scarlett just knocking it from all sides. Scarlett now hitting up to, looks like not quite going at a crowd. Looks like not quite going all the way to 60 drones.
Yeah, and she's a little bit worried of the counterattack because she delayed the third for so long. She's basically saying, I'm mining more than you, no matter how many drones you have right now. I'm mining more efficiently with my third. So she's not too worried about the drone disparity. Even though DRG has a few more drones, Scarlett's still mining a little bit more, and she's okay with that for now.
DongRaeGu always loves to mass these upgrades. I mean, DongRaeGu's play is clear. DongRaeGu's just going to be getting a couple drones at this base, getting around 60, and just going roach, roach, roach till the end of time.
Yeah.
But what about Scarlett? I mean, she's in just a very unusual position in a ZVZ.
For herself, she is perhaps, but otherwise it's what you normally see. She did see all the drones, so it's a little bit surprising that she hasn't started making more drones herself. I think she wants to commit here.
Whoa!
Great Baneling
Those
hits.
are amazing detonations there. Scarlett's going to try to press her luck in this spot. Somehow, slowly getting the Roach lead, and Scarlett now with her speed upgrade is going to have to turn around now. Her speed is done, and this gives her the opportunity to retreat. I mean, getting speed first is one of the most important things in this entire matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. The player that has speed has map control for a very long duration of time until the opposing player gets his own. So that's pretty nice, but the game has pretty much stabilized at this point, Sean.
Yeah,
the drone counts are very similar.
It's like it's suddenly exact matches. They began in very, very different ways, but there's DongRaeGu's +2, or it looks like we're going to see Scarlett's +2, and I'm surprised she was able to catch up on upgrades.
Yeah, DongRaeGu managed to sneak in drones without Scarlett knowing so early on, and then just transferring them to the third as soon as it was done. So he's going to be able to catch up in that regard, no problem. And Scarlett's response to that is going to be to take the gold base.
Now, this is a very interesting question. do you take the debris out or not? I mean, walk me through the analysis. You obviously get a closer join to the gold, but it opens up more attack paths for your enemy.
Yeah, I prefer taking them down when I get the gold because, like you said, you can swing around and kind of defend both bases. To attack your gold, they have to go up one ramp anyway. So even though it's an extra attack path, it's an attack path that they would have already chosen at that point in time.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, contaminate on the upgrade. That's going to make DongRaeGu's decision-making very clear. Hey, guess what? I have a timing push coming up.
Infestors, potentially for Scarlett. You never know with Scarlett what she's going to build when she makes an infestation pit, but
yeah.
I think that Infestors are fantastic on this map. It's a very choky map, and that means that the units tend to clump up, and fungal growth is fantastic on clumped up units.
Slightly concerned for Scarlett's transition because, as we can see, it's only about a minute away for DongRaeGu to be at 2-2. And at that strike moment, that's right when Scarlett's beginning to get her Infestors started. So, I mean, Scarlett is going to run the risk of being killed right before she gets her power unit.
Yeah, I think the biggest deal for Scarlett is that she will only be at 1-1. And not even have the extra attack upgrade, which is the most important one. If she was at 2 attack upgrades, I wouldn't mind this as much. She has to be very careful, though, moving out on the map like this.
So in the unit count, we see the only thing that matters, the number of roaches. Scarlett has a ever so slight lead of roaches, as DongRaeGu has a few more drones. DongRaeGu has a few more queens.
DongRaeGu gets a good position, though, potentially. Scarlett has to be very careful. I think she needs to move those spines to the front and kind of hold the ramp. Hold both ramps. She has good vision. They both do.
The spines are really going to be the only thing that tips it in Scarlett's favor other than the concave. Everything else is based on positioning. The upgrade is... No, DongRaeGu, oh, look at this. The upgrade got contaminated.
Nope.
DongRaeGu is not going to be a 2-2.
Yeah, he's probably expecting to be great positioning for DongRaeGu, however. And this is going to be a large engagement. Scarlett stuck with a lot of roaches in the back, but now moving forward, I can't call this fight right now. The spines are helping out a lot. Oh, a little bit of a move command there by Scarlett, a little bit of a mistake.
Scarlett moving instead of getting all the key shots off. They're both dead even in roaches. Scarlett has, looks like a little bit of an edge. The Spinecrawler's doing work.
The Spinecrawler has done so much work, Sean. 7 kills on that Spinecrawler.
Oh, the power of Protoss. Scarlett rocks through with roaches.
The power of Protoss, indeed. DongRaeGu now has tunneling claws, so Scarlett has to be really careful. Is there any static defense in the form of spores anywhere?
Well, I mean, in this matchup, the funny thing that you bring up, spores, a lot better of a choice for detection because you don't want to be spending your gas on overseers at this point, and just these 3 roaches could be game-ending.
Yeah, absolutely. They could pull. If Scarlett's not careful, it could pull a good portion of her army back, and that would be really bad. But she's on top of it.
Oof. Very, very thin moment.
Oh, what about this ones, though?
Ooh.
The Sharks.
Scarlett doesn't get a good fungal. Second round one much better, and we're seeing Scarlett start to swing in from all sides. Upgrade lead to DongRaeGu, but attack much more important than armor. So Scarlett is more or less in good condition.
The greater concave for Scarlett as well. I think she's going to be able to push this attack back. DongRaeGu also saturated as gold. The supplies are dead even, but DongRaeGu will be pushed back and lose this fight.
This is...
Oh, what a fungal!
What a fungal indeed. DongRaeGu slowly getting chipped away. DongRaeGu does have more larvae. He does have a 5th hatchery, but I mean, I gotta ask you, Cats, does it matter at this point? Scarlett has the roach lead. It's 41-24.
Yeah, but now DongRaeGu has what Scarlett has had up until this point, defender's advantage. So if he can hold this, he will stabilize, but can he hold it?
Oh my god, the rocks are not down. That is a big defensive impasse for DongRaeGu. Scarlett charges forward, picking off drones, picking off roaches. The poor little Spinecrawler couldn't catch up. 137-126. I think Scarlett may have pulled off this win.
Yeah, nice counterattack by DongRaeGu, killing a few units here and there, but so many drones are going to follow the gold, and the gold is going to fall as well. Scarlett playing it safe as well, not pushing her luck, not going for the natural just yet. She's okay with a little advantage with the smaller ones.
Edging it out. DongRaeGu is on all retreats, trying to do a roach counterattack at the bottom right, but Scarlett's, oh my god, she's charging forward. She's going for the kill right here, right now.
Oh my god. This is amazing, Sean. I think Scarlett's gonna do it.
She's stepped in.
This might get pushed back still, but look at this. There's no drones at the natural. Scarlett has fended off the roaches, and the GG's.
Scarlett, a win with Protoss, a win with Zerg, and that's all it took. Scarlett has won. Scarlett has advanced to top 6 position. She desperately wanted to be in top 2. She wasn't able to cut it beforehand. Now she is one of 6 players remaining at MLG Anaheim, and she's got to be feeling amazing after pulling off that miracle win in game 3, but the even more miracle win in game 2.
That was a miracle I've ever seen. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting her to pick the race. I was certainly not expecting her to win with it.
I mean, if that's not a boost in confidence, I don't know what is. Now, Scarlett, of course, has a Zerg opponent coming up. Yeah, with Scarlett, Scarlett did this. She looked at us and just put her palms in the air, like, look at what I did. That was something special. Next opponent's going to be Ragnarok. I mean, there's still an uphill battle to go if she wants to get to the championship match, if she wants to get to the grand finals. But that is a magnificent win that will go down in history for MLG forever.
And I heard that Ragnarok is a little bit weak against Terran, so are we going to see Scarlett play Terran next?
Well, I guess anything is possible. Now, we have Axel Toss to the left. He's going to be the one to ask Scarlett what the hell she was thinking. Over to you, Axel Toss.
Wow, that's all I have to say. That best of 3 was amazing. Scarlett, what is going through your head right now? How do you feel?
I feel really happy. I have to thank Hitman for that build, actually.
So on that note a little bit, I mean, you're down 0-1, and then you decide to go Protoss in game 2. What is going on? Why do you make that decision? Talk me through that a little bit.
I actually prepared for that. I practiced the build like a few times with Hearthstone and Mini Razor. Got the build order down, prepared it for Frost, and it worked.
Worked, it did. Wow. So you're the last North American in this tournament. What's kind of your mentality moving forward? How are you feeling overall?
Well, I'm not too stressed. I did really well at Red Bull recently, so this is right after, and I don't really feel the need to do really well, but so I'm just really relaxed, playing decently, having fun.
Having fun indeed. The crowd is having fun. I'm having fun. Ragnarok is up next. Are we going to see you play Terran or Protoss in that series?
No, no, no.
Okay. I don't believe her for some reason. So, any words for this crowd before we get into that next best of 3?
Thank you, guys. I heard the chanting after game 2.
Give it up for Scarlett, guys. Give it up. All right, coming up next, guys, it's going to be Scarlett versus Ragnarok. Stay tuned. You're watching Championship Sunday here at MLG Anaheim 2014.
So